There are times when death brushes by silently, unnoticed. But there are times when we invite him deliberately. For one who has sought this meeting, it could be a fatal encounter. Good evening, Barnabas Collins. I've been waiting for you for a long time. A long, long time.
Have you?
Yes.
Why?
Because I know what you are.
What do you mean you know what I am?
You are Barnabas Collins. The only Barnabas Collins, who died over 130 years ago.
That's an absurd statement.
Don't try to deny it. I've investigated you thoroughly, and I've seen you in your coffin.
Have you?
Yesterday, at dawn.
You realize that such knowledge puts you in great danger.
Well, of course, that's why I took the precaution of putting a dummy in the bed.
But you didn't take the precaution of getting as far away from here as possible.
No, because what I need is here.
What is it you want?
You.
I don't know what you mean, but it doesn't matter. Because I am going to kill you, Miss Hoffman.
Dr. Hoffman. Dr. Hoffman.
Dr. Hoffman.
Yes, I can help you.
Help me?
Yes, I tell you, you don't have to live this life.
You're merely trying to save yourself.
Oh, would I let myself be in this position if I didn't believe I had something of value for you and for me?
But there is no other way of life for me.
There is.
It isn't possible.
It wasn't possible 130-odd years ago, but it is possible now.
How can you be so certain?
Because I've spent my lifetime studying conditions such as yours.
How could you have done this? Have there been others like myself?
No. You're the only one I've encountered. That's why you're so important to me. That's why I need you.
Need me?
From the time I entered medical school, I've been fascinated by the relationship of life to death. I believe that one is a continuance of the other, and that someday they will merge and that life will not terminate. That day is close at hand now that I found you.
You assume too much. You assume that I'm interested in your theory.
You can't help but be interested in my theory. You're the only link I know of that can span the two worlds, from dead to living. Oh, my research has been very long and fruitless up till now. Your conditions seem to exist only in legend and story. I had no hope of finding someone like you.
What is this theory of yours?
Whole blood is insufficient to sustain you. That's why you constantly have to replenish your supply.
If I were to permit you, what would you do?
Well, the basis of your problem is the destructive nature of your blood cells. There's an imbalance which causes more cells to be destroyed than replaced. My objective, then, is to alter the cellular structure of your blood by introducing a new plasma into your arterial system.
You begin to intrigue me, Dr. Hoffman. You begin to intrigue me very much. There's too many things I don't understand, Dr. Hoffman, but your room was not the place to discuss them.
I suppose you're right.
Now tell me, do the others, Mrs. Stoddard, the Collins family, Miss Winters, do they know who you are, what you're seeking?
No, they only know me as Miss Hoffman, an historian who asks too many questions.
Does anyone else know?
Yes.
Who?
Oh, does it matter?
Of course it does.
Oh, but I don't see
If
why...
we're to succeed, a mutual trust must exist between us. Because if for a moment I thought I couldn't trust you...
You would kill me.
Yes. Who else knows?
Dr. Woodard?
Woodard, of course. How much does he actually know?
Oh, I've kept him in the dark, told him nothing. He wouldn't believe it anyway. Now, you've got to trust that no one else knows about you.
Willie, Dr. Hoffman will be spending some time here.
Doctor?
Yes. Dr. Hoffman has fooled us all. She's been investigating us very carefully.
Has she?
Yes, she knows everything.
Oh, what's going to happen?
Well, that remains to be seen. You see, Dr. Hoffman is a very unique doctor.
What do you mean?
She believes she can cure my condition.
Can you?
I'm almost certain of it.
Willie would like that. I'm sure he'll be a great help to you. Dr. Hoffman will need a room to serve as a laboratory. There are several downstairs that she could choose from. Take her down there and let her select one.
Oh, we can do that tomorrow.
I'd prefer you to do it now. The sooner you're able to begin, the sooner we'll know whether you're able to fulfill your theories.
Did you see him? He's just finishing up an operation. The nurse said he'd be out in a minute. Look, sit down, Sam. Take it easy.
Oh, it's got to stop, Joe. It's got to stop.
Now, no argument there. We all need to know where we stand.
And I want to know it now.
Okay, but just remember, Dr. Woodard is a friend.
I'm trying to remember it. Dave?
Sam, Joe, what are you doing in the hospital so late?
Well, we've been tracking you down. I had to see you.
Well, what about?
We'd like to have the answers to some questions.
Oh, come on now, you two. I've just finished delivering a set of twins. I'm bushed. It's been a long, long night. Can't I wait till tomorrow night?
No.
Tomorrow morning?
No, it can't, because I can't sleep.
Well, what do you want to know?
The lowdown on Dr. Hoffman.
I've already told you everything I know about Dr. Hoffman.
No, you haven't. There's something fishy going on about her, and I want to know what it is.
Shh, now, come on, Sam. Come on down here. We have to be careful that we're not overheard. Now, what are you talking about?
We just found out that Dr. Hoffman is here in town, passing herself off as some kind of historian, writing a book on the Collins family. She's even living up at Collinwood. Nobody there seems to know who she really is.
Well, that's true.
Well, isn't that a strange kind of cure for Maggie?
Sam, Dr. Hoffman has her own methods of work. I have had nothing to do with that.
Well, why all the concentration on the Collins family? What good is it going to do Maggie?
I don't know that the Collins family has anything to do with Maggie.
Well, then, will you please tell me, Dave, why Dr. Hoffman is spending so much time up at Collinwood? What does she expect to gain by it?
I obviously asked her that. Now, there must be some value that she hopes to gain in what she's doing.
What kind of value?
Well, I don't know. She was a little vague.
As vague as you are?
How else can I be under the circumstances?
I just can't accept that.
Look, Sam, what we're trying to find out is what has affected Maggie's mind. Now, no possibility can be left unexplored. We're probing an area here where, well, the answer can come from almost anywhere.
Why the false identity? Why can't she come right out and say she's a doctor and ask whatever questions she wants to ask?
She feels that it's necessary for her identity to be kept a secret.
No. But, look, I'm willing to buy anything that will help Maggie. But is Dr. Hoffman making any progress?
Well, her reports haven't been too encouraging so far. Now, remember, I pressed this woman very hard. I told her that I might even take Maggie out from under her care.
Then why not do that?
Because I can't dismiss the idea that she's on to something. Look, all she's asked for is a little more time.
Oh, she's had plenty of time.
Now, wait a minute, Joe. You cannot measure time in a case like this. The solution to Maggie's problem could just be, hours away. And then again, it could be years away. You just have to face it, Sam.
Look, Dave, I just don't know how long I can go on pretending that Maggie's dead. I don't know if I can take much more of it.
I know how rough it is on you, and I know it's rough on you, Joe, but there's nothing else that I can recommend.
All we want is a little bit of honesty, Doctor. We just like to know what all these maneuvers mean.
Well, can't you tell Dr. Hoffman to level with us? Is that asking too much?
I can't tell her anything, Sam. I can ask her to explain, but I know she won't.
I've had too many secrets in my life. Now, you just tell that Dr. Hoffman that she better give me some explanation for her activities, or I'm going to bust this thing wide open.
Joe, don't you let him do that.
I don't think I could stop him. You see, I feel the same way he does.
Where is she? She's still down there. She picked out a room.
Good.
Well, is it good? I mean, is it on the level?
I don't know.
Well, can you trust her?
I'm not sure.
But if you're not sure, how can you let her go out of here?
I didn't say I'd let her out.
Well, then what are you going to do?
I'm going to kill her.
You're going to kill her?
I'm afraid I'll have to. I went to a room tonight with that intention, but she anticipated me, was waiting for me. I planned to bring the body back here, but now she's made that so much easier for me.
She told me what she was going to do. The kind of experiment she was going to make. Well, what about that, Barnabas? Can she really cure you?
I don't really know.
It would be good if she could.
Would it, Willie? Would it really?
Well, sure, it would mean we wouldn't have to do the things we've been doing.
You think things will change for you?
Some things, yeah. It would mean that I could live without the feeling of something terrible happening any minute.
If you think you'll be free of me, you're wrong. Because you will be with me for the rest of your days.
I know that.
What she has to offer me is very enticing to me. But it may be my downfall. She was clever enough to discover my identity. Clever enough to trick me into walking into a room which might well have been a trap.
But it wasn't.
I know. That's what bothers me. That's the contradiction. Then her theory about changing the structure of my blood. Simple, logical. Too simple, perhaps. Somehow I feel I'll never really be able to trust her entirely.
Well, why not give her a chance?
Because that chance may be my last mistake. I can't risk everything. My existence may not have been what it should be, but at least I have permanence. No, I cannot trust Dr. Hoffman. I cannot take a chance. I will do away with her. Now.
That was quite satisfactory.
Fine.
I've prepared a list of things that I'll need. There's a chemical supply house in Bangor. They'll have all these things. Willie will have to go.
Very complete. Willie, you have an errand to do. You can do that tomorrow morning.
Sure.
The room will have to be cleaned and scrubbed.
Do you hear that, Willie? You might as well go down and begin now.
You want me to begin?
That's what I said.
Okay.
He looked at me in a very strange way.
Willie's a very strange young man.
Well, it'll be a few days before I can begin the first of my experiments. The first thing I have to do is purge your entire arterial system. There won't be any discomfort, and there won't be any after effects. Now, I think I've done enough for one day.
Where are you going?
Back to Collinwood.
I think not.
But I can't stay away from there all night. They'll miss me. They'll wonder where I am.
Yes, they will miss you, and they'll wonder where you are. But I'm afraid that can't be helped.
Well, how will you explain my being here?
I won't have to explain it. No one will know.
What do you mean?
I've reevaluated our relationship, and I have come to the conclusion that it is not possible to trust you.
Look how very wrong you are. I'm the one person in the world that you can trust.
I believe you to be a threat to me, and therefore I cannot permit you to continue your existence.
Barnabas, you'll have to learn to trust me, because I represent your entire future.
Do you?
Yes. Alive, I can give you the kind of life you want. Dead, I will be your downfall.
How so? Your body will never be discovered. You'll never be traced to me.
Oh, if I die, you'll be named. And everything you've done will be told. They'll know what you are.
Who will tell this?
To kill me is to find out.
You're bluffing.
Try me and see.
Who is it?
Maggie Evans.
Maggie Evans is dead.
Is she?
She's alive.
And well hidden.
What has she said?
Nothing specific as yet. I traced you through my own deductions. At present, she's suffering from traumatic amnesia. But eventually, she will recover, and then she'll tell everything she knows.
But she'll do that whether you're alive or dead.
And she won't. Because if I'm alive, I will be in charge of her treatment. And I can see to it that her amnesia remains permanent. My life guarantees your security. Destroy me, and you destroy yourself.
Dark Shadows is a Dan Curtis production.